So here you'll find Fuck You Make Money's collection of different books. Each one uh, presents a different message. Like this one right here is if you're having problems with accomplishing goals, or if you feel depressed, you want to go to the gym, you want to eat healthy. If you're struggling with goals, then this is a great book for you right here. This one is more life. It goes with the 12 years of hell, which you'll see in just a second. It's the things that I learned while I was going through that. The 12 years of hell is based off of my life from 10 to 22. 10, I lost my dad. 22, I ended up meeting my biological family. I'll talk more about that in just a second. But this is for each one of the 12 years is something I learned, one of the key lessons I've been able to carry with me throughout my life. All you need is 10 minutes to change your future. This was really actually fun to do. Um, Beginning of 2000 or 2021, I was walking up to my neighbor's house and I was huffing and puffing, man. It was terrible. At the time I was smoking cigarettes and smoking a lot, and it was just terrible. Like I was out of breath. And so I told myself, like, all you need is 10 minutes. Like, if I can get on this treadmill for 10 minutes a day, then it's going to change my life, right? Now, why did I do 10 minutes? Because I couldn't convince myself not to do 10 minutes, right? Now, it took me a few days, but after, like, because I would sit there and time my getting taking a shower, and from start to finish, it'd be like 15 minutes, or, doing something stupid or wasting time. I was really trying to see how much time I was wasting. Then I started realizing, okay, Eric, you really do have 10 minutes. So then it started, 10 minutes on the day. And then now I'm running 20 minutes a day. I do the row machine for 400 rows, and I ride the bike for 20 miles a day every single day. I miss a couple days when I'm out of town, but every day I'm at this house, I do it, and it started from just 10 minutes a day. 1 week in Israel. This is dear to my heart. Uh, at the time, my sister was living in Israel. I have quite a few sisters, but we won't name names. And it was my time in the Holy Land. Let's see, what do they have in here? No, yeah. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So on this one, oh wow, yeah. There you go. That was a huge sample right there. I apologize. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah. Uh, this one has more poetry in it. I don't have any of them right now. But yeah, if you want to, it's cheap, right? It's not going to cost you much of anything. But yeah, there's a lot of poetry in there. It was kind of my first book I wrote. I wrote the quote book, which is All the Fuck You Make Money, when I was 22. Says what everything is based off of is Fuck You Make Money. So you'll see some of that in this book. But yeah, oh, here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The show is about to begin. My trip through Israel, given a piece of my heart, the truth, all real. Wrote one before, one after. When the show is over, standing ovation, chit chatter. See the world through new eyes. Don't forget to bring a tissue in case you need to cry. Before you enter, this is what you must do. Close your eyes and prepare to walk in someone else's shoe. Perception is one's reality. Just remember, this is Israel with Eric Johnson's personality. With no further ado, let me present the gift I wrote for you. Learn something from my gift. This is my only wish. Now, there's another part to that, but we'll go on to the next one, because we got a couple more books, and I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, that's about Israel. 1 week in Israel. My struggle. So as it's volume one, um, that's basically what all this is about. Fuck You Make Money, right? FYMM. So this particular book, it explains the very first. It kind of, well, I'll just explain how I wrote it. So a friend of mine went to jail, and I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to. Well, I told him I would write to him, and so I started, taking some of the quotes out of my book that, basically I'll say saved my life. That's why I call it my Bible. Um, and I started writing to him, and so I did 10 of them, and I created a book out of it. So that's that. And this was kind of the jump start of the new era of me writing books. Was doing this one right here, just to and it's one of the quotes in there, and you'll see it all over places. Either you do or you don't. Fuck trying. Either you do or you don't. And that's one of the quotes in here, and I go over it quite a bit in there. So if you're interested in that, please go on that one. Now, there's more. Okay, if you remember the 12 things I learned in hell, well, this is the 12 years of hell. Now, through this book, this is also very cheap, so don't complain. Um, so 12 years of hell. I'm just gonna go over what I discussed in this book real quick. 10, dad dies, mom, or 11, mom dies. 12, moved to California, go to boarding school. 13, kind of a whole bunch happens, but not. Let's move on a little bit further. 15, get sent to a wilderness program. Then I get sent, or Northern California, or no, that one was Utah. Then I got sent to Northern California. Then I got sent to Northern Idaho, and then I got sent to Mexico. And then at 19, 18, was given some money, got bamboozled, kind of like a sheep amongst the wolves. 19, found myself traveling Korea, bringing back Mitchell and Ness jerseys, traveling across the country with special packages. Let's see. Then 20, life was kind of boring, but it kind of goes with this story. 21 was almost me coming to age. And then 22, I ended up meeting my biological family. Now, of course, a lot happened in there. That's a very, very short little summary. So, as it says, a journey of loss, struggle, and triumph. 10 things I learned from Russell Brunson. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He created ClickFunnels, and through this, it's basically a marketing book. It's really good, from my opinion, obviously. It's just the 10 things I learned from him. Everett, the father of Fuck You Make Money. Now this particular book right here. Let me sit there and see if I can get more. There we go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Nope, I'm pushing back. There we go. He just died recently. He's a very important person in my life. I guess, we'll just read the little part. I guess what's taking me so long to be able to formulate this book is I haven't been able to define who Everett was. To not only me, Eric Johnson, but to who he was to Matthew Hardy and who he was to Fuck You Make Money as well. There are major distinct differences in each relationship. However, Everett was very important to all three. Everett was my biological mom's nephew. He was my cousin, but he was 2 years older than my biological mom. A lot goes in with that statement right there. So I died at birth. I didn't die since I'm here, but quickly, I'm gonna go over my birth real quick. So I was adopted at birth by a white family, and him and his mom were going. His mom obviously is my aunt and my biological mom's sister. They were, I guess, planning to take me. They named me my Matthew Leroy Hardy, and for 9 months, my biological mom held me. And then Matthew Leroy Hardy died at birth, and Eric Johnson appeared. And then 22 years later, they found out Matthew didn't die; he just became Eric Johnson. Now that's obviously another brief summary of that story. I'm in the process of writing a book on that one from my Aunt Mary's perspective, right? And if you listen to all these names, they're crazy. But yeah, moving forward. Then we got 10 Things I Learned Tai Lopez. Now, there's really good stuff in this one right here. Really good stuff. Yeah. Life-changing things for me. I thank Tai a lot on that one. He's changed me quite a bit. Here we go. And our last one that we have available is the Ghana Pilgrimage. And so with this one, what I did was I flew out to Africa with Joe. You'll see him you'll get to know Joe. Don't worry about it. He's a black guy, skinny. You'll see him all through the pictures. So that's Joe. So Joe and I I love going to, I don't go to Africa to do what normal people do. First time was for school, but then the second time, Joe and I went to a gold mine and then a cocoa plantation, and went to the bush, really the bush, no electricity, and I mean, it was kind of miserable while you're out there, but I got a video of me talking about it and how I had to prepare. Like it was one of those environments I had to prepare to be able to go there, because normally you're just not ever going to go in a situation like that. Well, this trip, um, I went there for right before Black History Month, so I told Joe what we're gonna do for our gift is to go to the top of Ghana and go to the different slave sites, and just kind of tell the story. And so that's what we did. We went to basically the tip of Ghana, Burkina Faso border, and we made our way down. We went to Picora slave camp with Sakpoli something, the whales, and then we went to Salaga, and we also went to the last bath, and then we went to the Elmina Castle, which was really interesting. And it kind of basically, when we went to the Elmina Castle, it confirmed a lot of stuff to me about the transatlantic slave trade, and whew, much more destinations for me to go on that. This is a short one too. It's only 87 pages. Something you could read in a day. But yeah, so those are the books.